Today, the Gospel talks about how Jesus prays for his disciples. Why is it that Jesus felt he needed to pray for his disciples? It seems that he knew that very soon he would be ascending into heaven and leave his disciples here on earth without him to face all kinds of challenges. And that's why he felt he needed to pray for them. Jesus is giving us a very powerful example here, and that we need to pray for other people as well. As a priest, I know that there are many people that pray for me on a daily basis, and I so appreciate their prayers. Their prayers are like fuel that help keep my engine running. If people didn't pray for me, I fear to think what might happen. I depend on their prayers. A couple of weeks ago, when we were talking about prayer, I talked about TAPS, and the A in that TAPS is asking God for help, asking God to help other people. There are many people that we should pray for, and I'm going to give you some suggestions here. One, we should be praying for Pope Benedict. He has a most difficult job. He's our shepherd that leads over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. So we need to pray that God gives him the strength and the wisdom to lead us. Also, we need to be praying for our bishops. Bishops have a big responsibility of managing each diocese. They have their own challenges that they face and their own responsibilities. They have to take care of the priests, plus buildings and churches, children's education, hospitals. It's a big responsibility, so we need to pray that God will give them the wisdom to lead their people within each of their dioceses. Also, we need to pray for our government leaders. Our government leaders are those that serve all of us and have a big responsibility. They serve the wealthy, the poor, the educated, the uneducated, men, women, older people, younger people, all of us. They face many challenges. And we have to pray to give them the strength and the wisdom to solve a lot of those challenges and problems that we face in our communities. Also, we need to pray for people who are suffering in war-torn countries where they've seen their families die, or maybe they're now living in refugee camps. We need to ask God to comfort them and let them feel God's love and his presence so that they can have hope. And we need to pray that those needs are taken care of. We also need to pray for other Christians in the world who are suffering because of their faith. For example, in China, there are many Christians, many bishops and nuns, and people of different faiths as well in Christianity that are being persecuted and jailed for their belief in Jesus, and that it is actually seen as a crime. They're being persecuted and punished. Not only in China, but also in many other countries. For example, in Egypt, Iraq, Afghanistan, other countries in the Middle East. We need to pray for those people and give them strength to not give up on their faith. We also need to pray for people who don't even like us, or for people that we don't like. We need to pray for them and pray for our enemies, that God will bless them and bless all of us and take care of their needs. And that God will also help mend our hearts to those that we are estranged from. Also, we need to ask for prayer for our families and friends, people that you know in your everyday life. See, when we pray for all of these people, our prayers can be quite long, but they are so important because that really helps us stay connected and be closer as one big family. And one more thing, please. Please pray for me and I will pray for you. God bless.